Scorpio, welcome to choose your own card. You get to choose 1, 2, or 3, or you can choose 2, you can choose 3. It is up to you. Scorpio. Alrighty, you got 1, 2, or 3, Scorpio. Or as I said, you could choose all 3 or a combination. All right, so if you chose card 1, mending. This speaks to forgiving and healing. So you might be working on healing something right now. This could be physical, it could be any of the bodies, mental, emotional, spiritual. And but usually this does have something to do with another. So it could be that someone has done something to you. This could be from the past and it's come back up now. And the reason it does, the reason anything cycles back around is not for us to ignore it. It's for us to take another look at it and see how far we've come, how much more perhaps we have to work on this to see if we have a different response this time around. So when mending comes up, it tells me that now is the time. Now is the time to work on that forgiveness piece and the healing piece. If you chose card 2, not for you. So not for you, there are a couple of cards in this deck that I find to be quite literal, and not for you is one of those. It means that something is being denied you, or it feels like it, but it probably is being denied you in the sense it didn't work out the way you thought or hoped. It's not showing up at all. You're being told a flat out no from somebody, and that's all disappointing and discouraging, and it's important that you acknowledge those feelings. However, try not to stay focused on those feelings for too long, because not for you really does mean that the universe has stepped in here and said, basically, you are not dreaming big enough, or you have grown to such a level, to such an extent over these last few years that this thing, this relationship, this job, this new endeavor that you thought you wanted previously is not in resonance with you anymore because you've grown. So if you can look at that side of it and wonder, what is coming in for me now? What is going to replace this? Because something is always replaced. Not people, of course, but our experiences. There's always something that will come in and fill that void. And in this case, it means that something bigger and better is on its way to you now. And if you chose card 3, you've got breathe. So this is all about validating that you've done all you can in this situation, and it's just time for you to let go and breathe. Many times we think we have to push and pull and maneuver and manipulate and get things to where we want them to be, and actually this is a 50-50 proposition. You're working in relationship with the universe, with the laws of the universe, with your own guides, with your own soul chart, and on and on and on. And we just have to get used to the idea of, okay, how much do I have to do here? And that's where we get messed up, because we think we have to do it all, or we haven't done enough. And it is a challenge, it is tricky, but once you understand where your enough is, where your 50% cutoff is, life gets a little bit easier, because then you begin to trust more that it isn't all up to you. And this is sort of not for you as well, in that sense of the rest, what's going to come in here for you isn't up to you. And breathe is saying the same thing. You've done all you need to do in this situation, so just breathe now and trust in that process. Alrighty, I hope to see you next week, Scorpio.